Now we're on to our fun topic here. So our favorite movies from 2010 to 2020, and we're doing this fantasy draft style, and we are taking the actual records from our fantasy, or the points from our fantasy football, NFC North Fantasy Football League, and we are applying them to the draft order here. So Blaize, you have the least amount of points. I have the second least. Chris has the second most, and Cole has the most. And yeah, so favorite movies from 2010 to 2020. What do you got, Blaize? What's number one for you?
I just want to say I was in third place before you let someone else pick for me. But
Okay,
Yeah, it doesn't
like you would have done
matter.
any better.
I'm crushing it. I'm crushing it.
First the
Yeah, I mean,
rest,
Cole had
now
a
the
week that
guest
Kevin picked
pickers.
for him, and yeah,
like I said, third though. I was beating Eric. Like
all
everyone.
the excuses, man. Typical Bears fan.
Yeah.
I think you guys know what my number one pick is. I think I've been talking it up like for
I think I
months
just
now.
watched it. Did I just watch it?
It's a movie. It's a little diddly by a man named Ari Aster. Midsommar.
Oh yeah,
Midsommar. It's a great cult movie. It's all takes place in the daytime, but it is scary as you know what because the best horror movies are not the ones that jump out at you like The Nun, whatever those jump scare movies are, Paranormal Activities.
Insidious.
The best ones are the ones that make you think about like how horrible existential dread is, and you can put in allegories, and the cinematography is like
It's very good.
I can talk about. It's just every time I've seen it probably 7 times, and every time I see something new, and I can't give it enough high praise. So Midsommar, if you haven't seen it, go see it, but get it on the biggest screen as possible.
I will let you know when I watch it.
It's good.
so I'm gonna pick this true fantasy draft style where I think I'm gonna pick I'm gonna pick my favorite, but what might not be the best film of the last 10 years. Also, the one that might get the most votes. I'm gonna go Get Out, number one. Jordan Peele's debut.
Salad.
He was great. I mean, his directorial debut was amazing, and I think that movie might be the best horror movie of the last 10 years, up there with Midsommar. I did love Midsommar,
Yeah.
but that movie was also just so much deeper than just a normal horror movie. And there's metaphors, there's allegories, there's everything you want, and I think the horror film genre has come such a long way in the last 10 years. Like, it's not slasher films as much anymore. It's not these jump scares. We actually have like people using fear and horror to make a larger point. And yeah, so Chris,
Social horror.
That's a solid choice right there. I'm torn because I have quite a few movies on my list that I watch probably, at least 2-3 times a year. But the first pick for me is gonna be a nice little movie with good old Ben Affleck called The Town.
all right,
Ooh.
Okay.
that was one of James Gandolfini's last movies too, right?
Yeah.
That was
I'm a big Gandolfini and Sopranos fan, so I respect that. All right, cool.
Well, I'm gonna start this draft off with a bang with probably one of my favorites, just like over the top, just like beautiful cinematography, with just like over the top action. Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
God,
I
was on
kind
my
of
list,
thought
too.
somebody would
I love that movie.
get that right away. Yeah.
It's a solid movie right there.
Yeah, that I'm still waiting for the sequels. They promised me a trilogy.
Don't...
Oh,
Cool.
yeah, I just froze a little bit.
Yeah, you got a little excited there.
Yeah, I got excited. My internet couldn't handle my excitement. For my second movie, another one that I don't think a lot of people would probably pick it, but I really, really liked it because of the I'm a big fan of like the continuous shots of like where like in the Daredevil and stuff like that. But 1917.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Okay.
Just one continuous.
I love that
thing.
movie.
So good. So
I think I've seen that movie.
This bastard's taking all my movies.
highly recommend. There's very few World War One movies out there, and that one is awesome.
Yeah.
And it basically the whole thing follows one dude the whole time in like quote unquote real time, but man, oh man, it's awesome.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, that's a must watch.
Chris?
So my next one is probably one of the top 10 movies in my opinion of all time. A nice little diddly of called Django Unchained.
Oh, I was just thinking of that in my head.
And how come that wasn't your first film?
Because I love the town that much more.
Okay,
Yeah.
top 10 movie of all time. My second pick.
Some might say the steal of the draft.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, next up, I'm gonna go with another one that you could consider it a horror, but it's probably much more than that. I'm gonna go with Parasite, and statement on income inequality. But it's a South Korean film that actually won Best Picture, and I think many would consider that one of the best of the last 10 years for sure. Blaize?
I've heard good things about it. I've just never watched it yet.
It's great.
It's good.
it's
really
good. I honestly knew nothing about it. I just knew it had got a ton of hype, and I watched it, and it was exactly what I did not think it was what it was going to be. Like it kind of came out of left field, but I really liked it.
Gotcha.
That's great. It's a great movie. All right, I'm gonna throw down our second Tarantino pick of the drum roll, please. Hateful Eight, great movie. It only takes place in really one location. It's one of those. We could talk about Quentin 70s B movies and like how he just takes great artful approaches at it. But man, yeah, I mean, I thought as far as Quentin Tarantino goes, I thought the ending was, even for him a little over the top. But just the whole atmosphere that, when you bring these like 8 strangers into a room, a cabin, I should say, overnight in the middle of a blizzard, and they all kind of like, each other. It's so good. So good.
Did you know that when Jeff Bridges smashes that guitar, it was the real one from the 1800s that was on loan for the museum? They forgot to swap it out with the dummy
no.
one. So
I did not know that.
He smashed a legit artifact.
That's hilarious. Well, hey, happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'm gonna have to shake it up a little bit. I gotta the commercial loving fans out there. I'm gonna go with Deadpool, the best rated R superhero movie of all
guy.
That's a good one. Also, I think
breaking the fourth wall.
It was Kurt Russell, not whatever the other guy's name
Yeah,
is.
I was gonna say. I knew you said Jeff Bridges.
I knew what he meant.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I mean, Deadpool, it's,
so
a very unique superhero film. I'm not a huge fan of Deadpool. I don't like the humor that much. I don't like the humor. The very pithy, it just falls flat on me sometimes. It's, it's Alfred humor.
I like comic books, so, the way that he, when he makes fun of the X-Men, it's, so on point, especially in the first movie, where everyone has a fucking superpower. It's just, I think it does, sometimes it goes places, where someone might not find it funny, but, the fourth wall breaking in-universe jokes are just the best comedy I've seen in a while, so.
So, next up, I am also going to go from the comic book universe, and this one I believe is probably one of the top 3 animated films of all time. I'm going to go Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse.
Oh, that was my next pick.
It's such a beautiful, beautifully animated film. I love that film so much, and I mean, the story itself and the script were just phenomenal, but when you consider how beautiful that animation is, and it just blows me away. I've watched it 3 times, I think, and
all the sound, the music in it, it's so good.
Yeah,
everything about that is good.
Yeah.
Oh man, how do I follow up with that?
I forgot how good that movie.
I know it's really good.
It's still there.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and get a little comedy on my list. We're gonna go with The Other Guys.
Okay.
That is I underrated comedy.
It really is.
I love that movie. Aim for the bushes, baby.
So that's the Will Ferrell and Mark
Marky
Wahlberg
Mark.
one, right?
Yeah. Marky Mark.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that one a while ago. I do not remember it very well.
Oh,
but,
you need to check it out again. It's
Okay.
great.
It's very,
For
very
sure.
funny. So,
All right, Cole, you got 2 here.
yeah, I'm trying to. I got my first one, I think. I'm trying to think of what my second one is. I'm trying to delay a little bit here. Because I was going to go with the Spiderverse, but you kind of stole that from me.
There's many other comic book movies to pick from.
Oh, there's always
I know.
there's two.
Just the last 10 years have just been like an onslaught of them. So
Yeah.
Oh, I think. Well, so my first one is Snowpiercer. I really
I
Great
love that movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you watch
yeah.
the series yet?
a lot.
Yeah.
And that one is such like it's like based off of like a Korean comic book that was like adapted by like a French director but in English, and somehow it magically works and it's amazing. I love that movie. And then my follow-up one, I'm gonna have to go with I'll go back with the comic books and I'll go Logan. I'm a big
Nice.
Old Man Logan fan.
Yeah.
The
Logan's
comic books
great.
for Old Man Logan, I loved it.
That was on my list.
And
So
when Logan came out,
Oh, Logan was great.
the,
Yeah.
the first scene where he brings his claws out and just like punches a dude with his claws just directly to the dome, I was just like, okay, so these guys are like, they're going for it here. They're letting Wolverine do his thing.
I love that because we were in the middle of all these Avenger films coming out, and Logan just comes out rated R, extremely graphic and so depressing, and it just like does away with all that shit, and I love it.
Yeah.
Wait, Cole, that was your last pick?
No,
No,
that was
he's got one more.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's Chris up next now.
Oh, boys. This is too hard to whittle it down to 5. We're going to go with a comic book. Or, well, I should say superhero. Good old Thor Ragnarok.
Dude,
Okay.
80s theme, baby. I
Yes,
love it.
yes. It's like the perfect amount of humor in that
Yes,
movie.
That's by far the best, and my favorite
Yes.
Marvel movie. I love it.
Yeah, but top 5 movie of
It's
2010s?
so good. Have you not watched it?
I've seen it. Jeff Goldblum, baby. I don't know. There's too much. Everyone wants to be the side funny character. There's no like in that movie, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Even
to each
Thor
their
tries to
own.
be too
No,
funny.
I don't know what you're saying, Blaize, because you're wrong.
No, that's Kate Blanchett who you're thinking of. She's the one that plays the evil girl.
So, up next, I got I gotta pick an A24 film because I'm such a huge fan of them.
Can I guess what it is? No.
I'm gonna pick the Lighthouse.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that film so much, and Robert Pattinson. I've always been a big fan of him, and like even outside of acting, he just has like, I mean, maybe he's acting all the time because he has such a weird sense of humor.
He's in a
But yeah,
lot of
that
movies.
specific film, yeah, I mean, Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson together in a lighthouse in the late 1800s, farting and doing whatever, like fucking drinking. What were they drinking again? Like kerosene fluid, and just going fucking crazy. It was such a great movie, and I definitely a top 5 for me in the last 10 years. So. Blaize.
Yeah, I don't know. What was that one line they said though? It was something about a fucking steak. It was a hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, that's a weird ass movie. You should have done The Witch though, because that's
I
way
did
better
love
than
The
Roger
Witch.
Eggers movie.
I mean, you want to pick it? Yeah.
I still haven't seen
No,
The Witch.
no.
I need to watch that one.
It's a slow burn, but it's really good.
Well, it's like
Um,
Hereditary, Midsommar. I've heard they're like it's all in that vein.
It's more of like a period piece. Yeah, like New
I mean, they're all
England,
A24, you
1700s.
know.
Yeah.
I do love A24.
Yeah, they all have that taste to them.
I was honestly thinking, I was thinking about doing Hereditary because I love it, but I don't know. I'm gonna go on a complete dark shot because I don't know how many people have even seen this movie, but it stars Nicolas Cage and it's called Mandy.
Yes.
And
yes.
it is an absolute psycho trip of like, I still don't understand it, Exactly, but I know there's another cult involved, but they're like fucked up. And I don't know, just the way that it's like filmed, like, when it's basically a revenge film. It's a revenge fantasy film. When she dies, there's this like the creepiest commercial playing in the background. Like it's because like everything's like so intense and everything like that, but I don't know who the director's name is, but they make it like a point to watch this stupid commercial. And I don't know. There's like mutants that are like demons. I don't know. They're summoned through like weird acid jars. I don't know. It's just such a goddamn like weird trip. It reminds me of like a Scandinavian just slasher, but like to the nth degree. So if you've seen it, see it. It's got one of the best soundtracks. If that's anything. So yeah,
Hyper stylized, very very good.
Very just bright, like the
lots of neon colors going on. Big fan of
That's
violet.
Yeah, well, like I said, when she dies, there's like flashing red lights and shit. It's just it's.
All right, and you get one more pick on the back end there, or on the turnaround.
Your final one.
Yeah, your final one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's tough.
Can I do shit. Hold on. I'm thinking. Oh yeah, that's what it's called. Can I do Last Dance?
Documentary, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do documentaries. Yeah.
That was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah. Was that a docu-series, though?
It's a series,
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
It released weekly.
Series. I mean...
Because if it released all
pushing
at
it.
once, yes. But since it was weekly, I would have to say no.
Yeah, that's pushing it.
I was... Okay, then I guess I'm gonna do Peanut Butter Falcon. It's
I love that.
So good.
It's a movie starring Shia LaBeouf and I always forget. But it's just a really fun, cool coming of age movie. I like the scenery. Those I think it takes place in Virginia and they're going down to Florida. And yeah, it's all about wrestling, which I like too. So I mean, it's kind of the backdrop, but just kind of like the modern day Huckleberry Finn almost, about two unlikely friends becoming really good friends, and
Fantastic
it's a good
soundtrack as well in that one as well.
That's good.
Yes.
So this next one, I'm very much in between two films because I guess Spider-Man's considered a comedy, but I don't have really a true comedy per se or a sci-fi film per se. Man,
What are you thinking? I can help you.
I'm just for the fans, for the people listening to maybe get more votes. I'm gonna go Borat subsequent movie film delivery of prodigious bribe to American regime for make Medville once glorious nation of Kazakhstan. So I'm gonna go for the Borat sequel,
AKA Borat 2.
Yeah.
I never saw the second one. Can't say that.
It had its
hilarious.
moments. Honestly, me personally, I prefer the first, but it was definitely good for a sequel.
Yeah, I think I want to go. I was between that and Ex Machina. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one too. That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't think as many
It's like
people
a
have seen that, though,
niche
so.
one too that not a lot of people have seen.
Exactly.
It's
so I
also,
was kind of.
Blaize, you would like it if you like those kind of like fucked up, scary, kind of like slow burn, like, unsettling films.
For sure.
I definitely thought Eric was going to say Cuties, but
Oh God.
All right, Chris, what's your last one?
Originally, I had it down to 3. I have it down to 1. It's a nice, lovely movie about a man revenging his dog, John Wick.
Oh yeah.
John Wick. Okay.
that was this decade, wasn't it? All right.
Yes, sir.
It's just
All 3 were.
the
Okay,
action
so you're
in
going
that
with the original, right?
Of course.
Number 1. Okay.
so good.
I mean, that economy makes no sense, but it is a good movie.
They're making 5 of them now. They're finishing the 4th one. They finished the 4th one. They're already
Yeah,
set
I
to
think
make
they're
the
even
5th one.
doing a TV series called The Artemis.
Yeah, and they're doing a spin-off called The Ballerina with a female John Wick. That universe is exploded.
Jane Wick?
I don't know.
All right, so now we got Cole with his last pick.
Oh shit! It's my turn.
May I give you a suggestion?
Sure, I'm open to
No.
suggestions.
Yes.
No.
End of watch.
End of Watch is very good. That is a very, very solid,
Mhm.
solid film. I'm actually on the sci-fi train with this one. I'm a big sci-fi guy. If you haven't been able to tell by some of my movies I picked, I'm kind of between Ex Machina was on my list, and then also Interstellar. And I think I'm gonna go with Interstellar mostly because I saw that movie. That was my first IMAX film I ever saw, and God, that just like blew my mind. And like the black hole sequence, they actually had to like develop a whole separate like new program and everything to model a black hole specifically for that movie. And now that's like that whole black hole sequence and how it's modeled is basically what we now understand is what you would like visually represent as like a black hole when you got that close. So it's very, very cool. Lots of science into it. They had like Neil deGrasse Tyson and a whole bunch of research. God, I love that film. Plus, like the whole theory of relativity with the time, and love that movie. So that'll be my last one.
That movie also makes me cry though too. I don't know if my daughter was ever older than me. At the end of it, I don't know. I always like give me a little tear jerk at the end.
Yeah, definitely don't get drunk or like take substances and watch that movie because you'll just get. It looks cool, but you'll get really sad and be kind of depressed. For a
without a
while.
doubt.
So I just remembered 50-50 came out in the last decade too, and I was just like, maybe I should have picked that one for the comedy. That was such a great film.
That's the Seth
Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I know. I was thinking about putting Kingsman on my list.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I feel like I watched like 0 comedy films this decade because I can't think of one.
Yeah, like I was looking around, like what were the best comedy films that came out, and like the Will Ferrell generation was 2000 to 2010. So
I mean, Daddy, what is that one with Will Ferrell? Daddy something or other with Mark? Like Daddy's Home or something like that?
Daddy's Home. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Yeah. I mean, but other than that, I mean, I really can't think of anything off the top of my head either.
Toy Story 3. If you can see
that's another
comedy.
tearjerker though.
Yeah, I mean the ending is All right, well, we will move on to next week, and we will put this up as a poll online, and I guess I'll recap right quick. Blaize got Midsommar, The Hateful Eight, Deadpool, Mandy, Peanut Butter Falcon. I got Get Out, Parasite, Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse, The Lighthouse, Borat subsequent movie film, blah, 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 blah. And Chris has The Town, Django Unchained, The Other Guys, Thor Ragnarok, and John Wick. Then Cole has Mad Max Fury Road, 1917, Snowpiercer, Logan, and Interstellar.
Hey,
so this
Chris.
will be an interesting one.
Chris, you want to trade Tarantino films?
No, can't say that I do.
I'm offering you a trade. Dude, I feel like I'm Django Unchained, man.